G'day guys. The morning of our kangaroo release. So this is Georgia. Say hi, Georgia. Georgia's our nurse. So we're just about to capture all of our kangaroos ready for their release. So for those of you that don't know, we treat and rehabilitate over 40 macropods each year. And these animals all come in as really small little joeys. You know, we're talking animals, less than 500 grams. And, our job as rehabilitators is to get that animal from this helpless, tiny little orphan to quite a strong, mature young adult so they can survive on their own in the wild. And for example, it costs us more than $500 to rehabilitate one kangaroo to full term. So there's a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of investment into these animals. So we want to make sure that on this day of the release, that we do as much as we can to make sure that they get to their release site safely. Well, we've just started our kangaroo release. All the kangaroos went down really well with their first sedative. Got out on the road after about an hour of trying to catch them all. So we'll probably stop in maybe half an hour just to make sure that all their vitals are okay, give them their next sort of sedative dose, and from there it'll be stops every half hour to an hour. So keep watching, guys. We will update you as the release goes on. Should be hitting red dirt pretty soon, but just when you're driving along, there's so many, deceased wildlife, kangaroos, lots of ravens, lizards, goannas, just the number of people that I suppose hit wildlife and just keep going. So, if there's one message that we could give people, if you do hit wildlife, and it's an accident, pull over, take them off the road. Other animals, other predatory animals come along, they feed on that animal. They then get hit, and that's what we're seeing along here with a lot of the ravens. They've probably come to feed on these, carcasses, and then they've been hit by a truck or a car. So, always, if you can, pull wildlife off the road if it's safe to do so. Otherwise, we're just going to see more and more of these animals dead on the side of the road. So, do your bit, guys. Have a look at the bumpy road ahead. Probably about 20 kilometers of this, and then we should hit the station. So hopefully not too long now. Guys, we just arrived at the release site. Our volunteer is going to offload them out of the van, so stay tuned to see what happens next. Have you got a little knife, Rach? You can cut the bands. Make sure you get the bands off first, guys. Everybody doing stuff? So our volunteers taking the kangaroos out of the van, putting them straight into the release pen, and now we just have to watch them, see how they wake up, respond from the anaesthetic and the sedative. It took me a little year. just finished offloading all the kangaroos and they're in the pre-release pen. We'll wander over and see what the volunteers are doing, but all in all we're pretty happy and the kangaroos are eating, drinking, all seem very happy and healthy. How close can we get to it? Oh, sorry.
Better not come back in my board again.
I don't fall in the well.